Okay, so let's start with the first thing, which is I will tell you the basics of what we need to do and what we're gonna cover. Okay, so let me share the screen, guys. So this is a CCIE Enterprise Infrastructure combo batch. Okay, which is gonna cover you two, three things. Okay, first of all, it's gonna cover you. So let me first tell you that there are three different tracks in the enterprise. So one is CCNA, another one is CCNP, and third one is CCI. Right, guys? So let's see CCNP certification. Okay, so again, to join this course, guys, there is a prerequisite, and the prerequisite is that you should have the knowledge of CCNA level things. Even if you are not certified, that is okay, but you should at least know what is IP address, what is different protocols, or why we use routing protocols, what is switching, right? So these basic things at least, which is related to CCNA, because I'm not gonna start with the CCNA things. Now, related to CCNP Enterprise, so this is a combo track where we're gonna cover up four different modules. Okay, so first module is gonna be Encore, that we're gonna cover it up. Okay, complete Encore part. Then we're gonna cover it up complete NRC part. Okay, then this is a part ENSTWI, which is SD-WAN. So I'm gonna cover up complete SD-WAN. Okay, solution of Cisco. And then the fourth one is gonna be your CCIE Enterprise. You will have the topics which are divided into these parts. So again, network infrastructure, which consists of complete switching. Okay, then you will have a complete routing. In the routing, we are gonna cover EIGRP, we're gonna cover OSPF, we're gonna cover BGP. Okay, then there is a multicast section, then SD access section. SD access, we're gonna take it theoretical only. Okay, no labs. Then SD-WAN. So again, related to SD-WAN, we're gonna not gonna cover this section. This section is very small. Okay. So if you see this exam, which is this one, it is having around. So again, this syllabus is come from this exam only. Okay. So we're gonna cover it up complete. Okay. Not just the CCI point of view, but more than what is there in SD-WAN. So we're gonna cover it up whole SD-WAN, not the CCI only. Okay, this is a very little portion, which is around 20% of SD-WAN, but we're gonna cover it up complete 100% as a part of this course. After that, we're gonna cover MPLS. Okay, so MPLS, whatever there is as a part of, again, there is a separate service provider track for CCI, but again, MPLS portion is added in your enterprise track as well. So we're gonna cover it up MPLS, we're gonna cover it up Dmvpn, we're gonna cover it up security features. Okay, so switch security, router security, or IPv6 security. Okay, then device management. Okay, quality of service, your different network services which you see in day-to-day life. Okay, DSCP, netting, all that stuff. Your IPSLA, NetFlow, all that stuff. And finally, there is a section for automation and programmability where you will have these many of topics. Okay. If you want to do the complete automation and programmability, there is a different batch for that. Okay. Because this is going to be a limited topics which is present as a part of CCI Enterprise. So this is whole that we're going to cover it up. Again, every section is having the theoretical topic as well as lab topics. So we're gonna cover it up. Yes, Shashwat, we're gonna cover it up CCNP fully. So what I used to do when I teach is I will not see whether it is a CCNP topic or a CCI topic. That's why we made the combo. Okay. So what I used to do when I do the teaching is, for example, if I took the EIGRP topic, okay, so whatever is present in Encore, whatever is present in Nrc, whatever is present in CCI Enterprise, I'm gonna take it up the complete thing with that topic, okay. So first, like for example, EIGRP I took, so I do the complete EIGRP. Then I do the, so first I do the theory part. After that, we do the lab part, okay. Then OSPF, I do the theory part, then the lab part, like that. Okay, so this is all we need to cover it up. Okay, after that, let me show you the workbooks that we made. Okay, so we are having the custom made workbooks that we're gonna follow. Okay, so this is our practice workbook, which is made. There are around 10 versions. So if you see the all the topics which is present in the CCI blueprint, we took the important ones which we used most in the production, okay, to do the practice. So again, it is divided into the first is going to be switching, then EIGRP, then OSPF, then BGP, then MPLS, then bonus we took IS integrated system, which is one of the more routing protocol as well. Okay, then we are having multicast routing, QoS, and then services part. Okay, so and then related to SD-WAN, we are having a complete 300 page a different workbook for SD-WAN. Okay, SD access we don't do the labs over top of it. Okay, and then we are having our own topology. Let me show you that as well. So this is gonna be a topology, complete topology. Let me zoom out a little bit, on which we're gonna practice the workbook. Okay, and this is the custom made topology that network journey created. Okay, and connect the integral parts with each other.
Are you sharing that? We're not seeing that.
Okay, not able to see my screen.
I can't see your screen.
Just a second, guys. Okay, so now I hope you're able to see, right? Okay, so this is gonna be a topology that we're gonna work on. Okay, so it is having a switching section, OSPF, everything it is having, which we need to work as a part of our lab. Okay, so again, this is a practice topology that we the network journey made. Okay, after this workbook I have already shown you guys. Okay, you will get the lab access on the server, 24/7 lab access. So you can use or do the lab whenever you want. Okay, this patch is gonna start from the next weekend. Okay, and it is gonna be at the same time, which is 9 p.m. IST to 11:30 p.m. IST. Okay, so 2.5 hour batch. It can go up to 3 hours as well. So let's assume till 12 a.m. Okay, so it is gonna go till that time. So you need to block that 3 hours time for it. Mainly it is, I used to take the class up to 2.5 hours, but it can, some topics are big, so we can go with 3 hours as well. Okay, guys, so now you will have 4-5 minutes. If you have any question, you can discuss me right now. After that, I'm gonna start with the topic of today, which is just for this demo class, which is Dmvpn.
Can you share the costing as well as can you let us know if you will going to provide the offline videos of the same?
Sorry, offline means?
I mean, the videos we can download
We can provide you the topology that network journey made. Okay, so you can get the topology, but then the images and rest other things, any software that used to use it, you need to download it yourself. Okay, with whatever the valid
No,
contract you are having with
I
the
meant
Cisco.
like the lectures. Can I get your offline lectures also?
Okay, so again, related to the lectures, everything, every class that we're gonna do, it is gonna be re-recorded. Okay, and then next day you will get the recording, which is at the portal. Okay, you need to see it on the online portal. You will get access. Okay, so once you enroll in the course, here in the network journey page itself, there is a login button. Okay, so this from here you will get access of this portal. After that, you will get the recording online on this portal, so you can watch it anytime you want. Okay, so there is no issue in that.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes, Prashant.
Sir, what is the after this course is finished, and if I want to go for my own practice at my home and for lab, huh? So what is the
Mhm.
hardware requirement for this all the complete stuff of CCI?
Okay, so if you are not using, if you are not like direct doing SD-WAN integration
Hmm.
with the CCI lab topology, then within 16 GB 4 cores you can do. If
Okay,
you
and
are
for SD-WAN,
integrating SD-WAN node as
hmm,
well into this,
hmm,
or from, or like without even this, then you need at least 64 GB with around
hmm.
16 cores. Okay.
16 core,
Yes, 16 cores, minimum 16
16 core,
cores. And
16 core physical and 32 virtual.
yes, yes. Okay.
Okay,
And then
okay,
you
sir.
need the license, valid license of SD-WAN as well from the Cisco. Okay. So there is a valid license to run the SD-WAN that you need to have it if you are having a contract with Cisco and whatever it is.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So this is what you guys get as a part of this course. Again, guys, this is, let me repeat it again. This is our own custom made topology. Okay. Which is used for practice. Our workbook is also custom made by us, which is used for practice. Apart from that, we do not share, or we do not have anything else that needs to share. The lectures that I take, I normally take on my iPad with the screen sharing. Okay, I do not use slides. I do not believe in slides. Okay, so I used to write the things on the blackboard, which I use. You can see that today. Okay, so that is how I do. Anyone having any other question before we start with the topic of today?
Yeah, Shank, can you give me an overview of the lab exam, how it will be like, what do we expect on the exam, on lab exam?
What do you expect? Even I don't know what you get in the lab, right? So you're talking about questions or like overall feel?
No, not the fee. What I'm asking is how the lab exam is like. I heard that it is an 8-hour exam.
Yes, so it is gonna be 8 hour exam. Now there is no troubleshooting section like this. So there is gonna be design section where you're gonna ask the questions based on design part. That is objective type questions, and then after that you will have a configuration section. There is a half an hour lunch, okay, which you get. Right now, I think the centers are open everywhere in the world.
All right.
Okay, anyone having any other question, guys? To pass, to appear in the lab exam, you need to pass the Encore module, okay, which is the CCNP mandatory track. Okay, so here if you see, this is what you need to pass first, which is Encore, which is the objective type question exam. After that, you can only appear in the lab exam. Those who don't know about that. So that is the minimum criteria that you need. Okay, guys. So now let's start with the topic of today. Yes, for you have any question?
Yes, so I have a question regarding NRC. Do we need a pass NRC as well, or no, or just
No.
only core?
If you want to get a CCNP certification, then you can give any of the exam from the below 6 exams, consultation exam, you can choose anything. Okay, but if you want to go for the CCIE lab, you don't need to give any of these exams. Only the core exam you need to pass.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So just give me a second. Let me pull up my iPad so we can start with the topic of today.
So can you please share the pricing?
Okay, guys. So my screen is visible for you.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so the topic of today is gonna be Dmvpn, which stands for Dynamic Multipoint VPN. So can anyone tell me the brief intro? What is this Dmvpn technology? Why we use it? So no one knows about Dmvpn?
Yeah, like it is used for internet. Like it's works based on the hub and spoke technology. Like we will create the tunnel, and in the tunnel mode we'll identify the source, and like in IPsec we used to provide the tunnel destination. In Dmvpn we don't give the destination, and that runs through one protocol like Nhrp.
Okay, but why we basically use it?
It is used for we can like we use for Mpls like primary connection, Dmvpn as secondary, basically for redundancy and to connect to the internet.
Connect to the internet or to connect the sites through
To
the
connect the
internet?
site, yeah, through the site to the internet.
Okay. Yes, Tokba.
Well, I would say basically it's for connecting multiple sites to a headquarter like that.
Right. So basically what is going to happen before, if we talk about Dmvpn, so before Dmvpn, what we use to connect our sites with each other over the internet. So for example, we are having a headquarter, which is, again, you will have internet connection. Okay. And then you are having multiple branch, or I can say sites, right? Same thing. So to connect them together, what you used to do normally before Dmvpn? Can anyone tell me?
Yes, we usually use point-to-point GRI tunnel to
Right.
connect
So,
our branch
right.
privately.
So for example, there is one tunnel which is going to connect to here, because again, these are gonna be point-to-point tunnels. So there are multiple tunnels that you create, right? One is like this, then one is like this. Okay, even if you need to have branch-to-branch tunnel, then you create the tunnels between your branches as well. For example, this to this, right? This to this, like that. So these are the multiple different tunnels you will have it. Okay, now what is gonna happen in the Dmvpn is again what they done is, so in 2000 Cisco introduced Dmvpn. Okay, so it is again gonna use to connect your headquarters with the branches. Okay, but now they introduce more protocols into it so that now it is gonna be simplified and dynamic. So again, here they use GRE, and this is your point to point. Okay, and this is your static tunnels. So every time you need to send the traffic, you must need to create the manual tunnel. Okay, which is a static tunnel. But what is gonna change in GNVPN? First of all, instead of GRE, the new protocol comes which is known as multi-point GRE. So now instead of point-to-point tunnel, you will have the multi-point tunnels. Okay, so again, what is the benefit of multi-point tunnel? We're gonna talk about, and then these can also be formed dynamic. Just a second. So this can be dynamic as well. Okay, which is gonna be automatically created for you without static configuration. Okay, so what is gonna happen here is from one point now you are having the tunnel two different sites. So you will have only one tunnel interface here, which is going to different sites. Okay, so this is known as multi-point tunnel. Okay, guys, which is gonna be used happen via Dmvpn. So now to discuss Dmvpn further, Dmvpn has four components. The first component is known as multi-point GRE. Okay, which is known as MGRE. The second component it is having is Nhrp, which is a protocol used to dynamically map your public IP with the tunnel endpoint. So this is having a full form of Next Hop Resolution Protocol. The third component is the routing, which you need to run over it. So you can run any protocol, whatever you like, EIGRP, RIP, OSPF, BGP, etc. And the fourth component is gonna be IPsec component, which is optional. Okay, so this is the component which is optional. So what IPsec is gonna provide, guys?
Security.
Much secure IPsec.
What in security? We will have three different
Encryption.
things.
Crypto map, keyring,
So it's gonna
encryption.
provide the encryption.
Encryption.
Okay. So if you don't want encryption, you do not run IPsec. If you want encryption, then run it. Okay. So this is an optional part. The above three parts are mandatory. Okay. But this is the fourth part is optional. Okay. So this is what it do. So now let's understand different things. So first is gonna be what is this multi-point GRE. Okay, before doing that, so Dmvpn again, guys, it uses hub and spoke topology, where hub is gonna be your headquarter or data center, and spokes are your sites. Okay, but DMVPN is having different configurations. So again, your traffic can, if you want, can pass through the hub, which is your data center, or directly between the spokes also. Your traffic can go, okay, via internet. So it is not always necessary that your traffic will go via hub. So that different configurations is known as DMVPN phases. So DMVPN is having total number of 3 phases, or you can say versions. Okay, so instead of versions, we can call it as phases in DMVPN: phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. I'm gonna discuss what is phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Okay, just give me some time. So let's now understand what is multi-point GRE. So here with multi-point GRE, your single tunnel interface is gonna support multiple GRE interfaces, okay, or multiple GRE tunnels. So you can create from one tunnel interface to different sites, okay. When you creating it for a different site, so again, basically the main difference is here you don't have tunnel destination. Okay, and the other side. So this side is, for example, this is your hub router where you are doing MGRE, okay, which is over connected to internet. So other side which is connected to your spoke. So that sites can be GRE. Okay, you can run directly GRE, or else you can run multi GRE, whatever you like. Okay, so you can run it. Okay, so this is the first component. After that, the second component comes, which is known as Nhrp, which stand for Next Hop Resolution Protocol. So it is going to use to map your tunnel IP with public IP, which is present on another your end first of all and other end as well. Okay, so like how we do the layer 2 resolution via ARP. Okay, same thing it will do. Okay, provides you the resolution of your tunnel IP with the public IP. So it's gonna bind your tunnel IP with the public IP so that you will know what other things are present on the other side. Okay, so here you will have 2 things. One is you will have next hop server, okay, which is gonna be your hub router, which is gonna stores all binding. And another one is gonna be your next hop client, okay, which is gonna be your spoke, or I can say site, okay, which gonna query to the next hop to get the other client public IP. Okay, so for example, if spoke 1 wants to talk to spoke 2, so spoke 1 wants to establish a direct tunnel with spoke 2. Okay, so it needs the public IP of spoke 2 so that it can make the tunnel. So that is what it will do is it's gonna send the NHRP request message to get the response, and in the response it will get the public IP of spoke 2. Okay, and then it's gonna make the tunnel with it. So this is how the communication is gonna happen. So there are different NHRP messages to do this communication. Okay, so one is gonna be your NHRP registration message. So registration request. So it is gonna be sent via spoke, okay, to the hub to register its tunnel IP. Okay, so to give its tunnel IP and public IP, it's gonna do the registration. So this is the first message. Whenever any of the spoke comes online, it's gonna give the registration message. Then you will have the NHRP resolution request message. So it's gonna do spoke. It is used when spoke query for public IP and tunnel IP of other spoke. So it's gonna register tunnel IP as well as public IP both. Okay. And then you will have a Nhrp redirect message. Okay, which is gonna use to do the spoke to spoke communication directly without involving the hub. Okay. So this is what Nhrp will do for you. So what we see is multi-point GRE, Nhrp, routing protocols. Everyone knows what is routing protocol. IPsec, we will see it later on. Okay, which is gonna provide the encapsulation. So now, guys, let's talk about the Dmvpn phases. So anyone having any question, any doubt till here before we move on further?
Excuse me, Mr. Shan.
Yes.
When you are mapping the tunnel IP to the public IP, is it the source and the destination that you're mapping? You're mapping the source tunnel IP to the public of the destination, right? Is that what you're doing?
So tunnel IP, we are mapping it with the source IP of every site. Every site is having a public IP as well as tunnel IP. So your other side needs to have both. Okay, to send the packet to encapsulate your packet into the Dmvpn tunnel.
Okay, but when you're sending the packet, you send it through your tunnel from the source to the public IP address of the destination.
Right. Okay, so
if that is the case, so this VPN option is only available in using internet, not we cannot use it in the MPLS environment, something.
So that is actually my question to you guys. Can we use Dmvpn over MPLS?
Because since you are mentioning public IP, so that is not possible through the internet. That's what I'm confused.
But again, so you guys need to find out whether we can do it on the MPLS or not. Okay, that is my question for you guys. I thought to ask you in the last. Okay. So Dmvpn phases. So phases are, you can see it like versions. Okay. So first is your Dmvpn phase 1. Okay. So what is going to happen here is you will have a hub router. Okay. Which is connected to two spoke. For example, this is what topology I'm making. Okay. Over the internet. So on hub router, you're going to run the MGRE. Okay. And on spokes, you're going to run the normal GRE tunnels. Okay. So here what is going to happen is, as on the spokes, you are having the GRE tunnel, so they cannot form the tunnel with each other dynamically. Okay. GRE is a point-to-point manual tunnel. Okay. So your traffic will, in this version, in this phase, first your traffic will go to hub, and then from hub, it go to other spoke and vice versa. Okay. So your all the traffic will go via hub as a part of this spoke. Okay. This is your phase 1. Second is Dmvpn Phase 2. So phase 2, hub, spoke, internet. Okay. So here hub is configured as MGRE your spokes are also going to configure as MGRE. So you can create a spoke to spoke tunnel directly. Okay, which is going to be created dynamically for you when they want to send the traffic to each other. Okay, so this is what happens in phase two. So your traffic, your first packet will go via hub, okay, to do the NHRP resolution and all that stuff. After that, everything will go directly via spoke to spoke tunnel. Okay, but there are some limitations, which is summarization is not allowed on default routing. Okay, at hub is not allowed because hub is not present in your path. So if your spoke one is sending some routes which you are doing the summarization and it is reaching to hub, then hub will not send that to spoke, because again, summarize route, even if hub is sending, then it gonna ask the traffic to send to him first, right? Same is the case for default routing. If you send a default route from hub, then what is the use of that default route? That means you need to send the traffic to hub first, okay, which is not gonna allow here. Okay, so this is what is gonna happen. Then the third one is Dmvpn Phase Three. So what is gonna happen here is your again spoke to spoke tunnel is gonna form in the Dmvpn. Okay, but there is a special message type which is known as redirect message, which hubs is gonna send to both devices. And what this message is gonna do, it's gonna override your routing table. Okay, so that in your routing table, what you can now do is your next hop is gonna be changed. Okay, from hub to direct spoke. So then due to this, now you can do summarization as well as default routing as well here. Okay. So this is the three different phases, guys. And the good news for you is the phase one is obsolete now. And phase two is also obsolete now. Okay. So in production, you will find phase three only. Okay. Which is gonna be used everywhere. But if you want to understand the complete Dmvpn, so we need to understand the whole configuration of phase one, phase two, and phase three. So guys, anyone having any doubt, any question till here? And again, guys, Dmvpn is a overlay protocol which needs a connectivity. So your spokes should be reachable to each other, your hub via hub or between each other as well. So you need to have a reachability between your sites before you configure Dmvpn. Otherwise, Dmvpn will not work. Your tunnel will not come up, right? Your GRE tunnel is also a overlay protocol. It needs a reachability first, right? Okay, so that's all with the theoretical part. Now we're gonna do the lab of it. Okay, so guys, you are having any doubt, any question, you can ask me, and then we're gonna start with the lab. Anyone having any question? So we are having 30 students, but no one is unmuting themselves.
We are fine.
Okay. Yes, Kar, you saying something?
Yeah, like in case of IPsec, okay, IPsec VPN, we used to create a site to site, okay, and like in phase 1, phase 2 parameters need to match, okay, like all the DH group, pre-shared key, the DP helmet, then the SHA encryption, all these need to be matched, no physical link. So in case of Dmvpn, like if you configure on the hub and the spoke to spoke, like physical link is required, like for MPLS, which we
So
are
you're
using.
gonna do the IPsec configuration over the tunnel interface, okay? And
Yeah.
especially, for example, whatever is the tunnel interface, you're gonna do the configuration directly. So
Okay.
whatever you are doing on the physical, you will do it here on the tunnel, not the
Tunnel.
physical.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, guys. So you guys want to see the lab, because I'm not sure you guys are not responding.
Yes.
So
Yeah. Sure.
not one person.
So we
Yeah,
don't
tell
have
me.
any commands now in run on Cisco router for phase 1 and phase 2. Like only we'll see the show
No. You
DMVPN.
can run it. You
Okay.
can run it. You can run all the commands. You can configure all the commands. Only the thing is, no one is now using phase 1 and phase 2
Okay.
because of the shortcomings, which is addressed in the phase 3.
Okay. And IKE version 1 is not supported, only IKE version 2, right?
IKE version 1 is also supported. That is not a
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
So again, your IPsec parameters are just optional. Okay, it don't have to be matched. Like even if you not configure it, that is okay.
So excuse me, Mr. Shan. So for phase 3, you can do summarization and default routing at the hub in phase 3?
Yes, you can do it.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So let's now do the lab. So
If the only thing we need between spokes is reachability, does it mean that we can do it on MPLS?
yes, so you can do it over MPLS as well if you want, right? Or not?
Yeah,
I think you
because
can.
the host can be reachable through MPLS, and we can do it on MPLS, right?
Correct.
Yes.
So will MPLS be an underlay then for reachability for Dmvpn?
Yes.
For Dmvpn?
Okay, so let me now. So again, to do it here, we will do it. So these are our two Dmvpn site as a part of CCIE lab topology. Okay. And this is a complete internet environment.
Shank, we are unable to see the screen.
Okay. Just a second, guys. Sorry. So to do it in this lab, we are having these sites as our Dmvpn sites. Okay, 95 and 90, and this is our complete internet. Okay, and then this is gonna be our hub site. But to provide the reachability, we need to do a lot of things here. Okay, so I'm not gonna do it here. Okay, so I have made one small topology to make the thing simple so that we can do it today. Okay, so this is gonna be our topology for just today. Once we start with the course, we're gonna do it there on the main topology. Okay, so this is gonna be a L2 pure L2 switch, which is gonna represent the internet. Okay, just for the connectivity. So I'm just starting this switch. Nothing I'm gonna configure here. Okay, this is gonna be hub router. Again, I'm starting these devices from scratch, so nothing is gonna configured in these. Okay, so meanwhile they are starting. So what should we do is, let's snipe this one. Okay, and this is going to be our hub. So again, in the tunnel, I'm going to use the IP addressing, for example, 10.1.1.1 here. Okay, then here I'm going to use .2. So 10.2.1.1.2. And here we're going to use, okay, so let's do one thing. For this one, let's use 1. Okay, for this spoke, let's do 2. Okay, and for hub, let's use 4 everywhere. Okay, so this is gonna be tunnel IP, and then your public IP, let's take it 123 or 124, 124 dot 1.1.4 here. Okay, then here 124 dot 1.1.1 for spoke number 1, and 124 dot 1.1.2. Okay, then let's assume this is a LAN segment of your hub. So 4444. This is a LAN segment of your spoke, which is going to be 1111. And this is going to be here the LAN segment, which is going to be 2222. And we're going to use, let's run EIGRP as a protocol between these. Okay, so let's now configure the basic configuration first, because these are just the pure blank routers. I can also use the notepad because again, CCIE lab you cannot pass without notepad. So you should have you can get speed while using the notepad. Because some of the configuration are repetitive, so you can make use of it. Okay, so let's configure this one, host name, hub. Okay. And then first we're gonna give the IP address on our main interfaces. So let's see what are the interface I am having on hub Z0/0, which is gonna be my physical interface. So IP address is gonna be 123.1.1. Not 123, 124 subnet. We took right. 255.255.0. No shut. Okay, so interface is up. Now let's configure. So again, let me quickly see it here, write it here. Okay, so this is gonna go on the hub. So now after that, we need to configure our spoke 1. So let me copy paste it here. Spoke 1 host name is gonna be the interface is gonna be Z0/1. IP is gonna be 1.1.1.1. Okay, so this is what we need to do it for spoke 1. Okay, and then same configuration, we need to do it on spoke 2 with IP change. So host name is gonna be 2, interface is gonna be 0/2. Okay, guys. So before doing the DMVPN configuration, first you need to check whether you are having a connectivity between each other. Okay, so that is the basic connectivity DMVPN need. So let's do 124.1.1.4, which is its own IP. Dot 1, which is the spoke. Okay, 1 and dot 2, which is the spoke 2. As I'm just using the pure L2 switch in between, that's why we will have a connectivity. Okay, so ping 124.1.1.2. So between spoke also, I'm having it. Okay, so now once we are having a basic connectivity between each other, now let's do the DMVPN configuration. Let me just save the file. Okay, so first we're gonna do the DMVPN configuration on hub. Okay, so let me configure it directly. So what we need to do is we need to create the tunnel interface. Okay, so right now, guys, we are doing the DMVPN phase 1 configuration. Okay, so that you can understand the difference between different phases. Okay, so we will do it first for phase 1, phase 2, and then phase 3 if we got the time. Okay, so for phase 1, first of all, we need to create a tunnel interface. So let's create a tunnel interface. For example, 1, we need to give our IP address. So we decided with the IP address on the tunnel is going to be 10.1.1.4. Okay. So 10.1.1.4 255 255 255.0. No shut. Okay, this is the IP that we need to give. Now, as I'm gonna create multi-point GRE, so we need to specify the source. So source is gonna be my public IP. Okay, and then my mode is gonna be GRE, and then you can select it multi-point. Okay, so this command will make it as a multi-point GRE. And once you create it as a multi-point GRE, then you don't need to specify the destination. Okay, destination is going to be automatically it's going to take. Then the other thing that we need to do is we need to enable the Nhrp protocol. So the one command that we need to give is IP Nhrp network ID. Okay, so this network identifier is a identifier to provide the Nhrp configuration. And then if you run the routing protocol over Nhrp, that we're going to use it later on in our maps. So you need to enable the multicast support over DMVPN because routing protocols use multicast update, right? So this is a command which is IP Nhrp map multicast dynamic, okay, which is going to be used. So let me write the commands for you. So we go with interface tunnel 1. IP address is going to be 10.1.1.4 255 255 255.0. Then tunnel source is gonna be 124.1.1.4. Okay, I think I gave the 4 right. Yes. And then your tunnel, oops, why it reaches there. Tunnel mode is gonna be GRE multipoint. Okay, and then what else I give? IP Nhrp network ID is gonna be 111. IP Nhrp map multicast dynamic. Guys, you have any question, you can ask me with this configuration.
Network ID, that number need to be matched on both the
No.
like on the hub and spoke. We can
No.
use different. Okay.
Yes, you can do it different. Okay, it doesn't matter. Even I will let's use it different. Okay, here as well. Okay, so guys, now phase one is gonna be your on the hub. It is gonna be multi-point GRE, right? But on the spoke, it is gonna be point-to-point GRE. Okay, which is a normal GRE. So when you configure your normal GRE, just a second, guys. Okay, so spoke one, what we are doing, right? So here one. Okay, now your tunnel source is gonna be here dot one, right? Now here, if you are not using MGRE, so that means you are normally the tunnel is directly in the GRE mode. Okay, so now you need to specify the tunnel destination as well, as we are doing GRE here. So 124.1.1.4. So destination is towards my hub. Okay, because I need to make the tunnel towards my hub. And then this network ID, let's use it different. Okay, and now here you need to do the mapping of your then do you need to do the mapping of your what your tunnel IP with your
Public.
public IP, but this is what you need to do it for your spoke, not for yourself. So this is going to be .4. Okay, and now here also you need to tell that what is your next hop server. Okay, so server is going to be 10.1.1.4. So this is the configuration that you need to do it on your spoke. Okay, so once you do this, now similar type of configuration, you need to do it on your spoke number 2. So it is gonna be .2 here, .2. Destination is okay. Let's take it here. Network ID 333. Doesn't matter. Okay, then this is gonna be same. Okay, so once you're done,
Shank, the IP Nhrp map, is it correct for the spoke 2?
yes, it is correct. You need to do it only for
Hub.
hub. Okay, so show Dmvpn. Now you can see you will have 2 tunnels, multi-point tunnels. Okay, one is going towards the one side and another is going towards another side. Spoke to spoke, you will not gonna see any tunnel here. Okay, so only the tunnel with the hub you will see. Okay, which is .4. And here also, if you see it on the other spoke, show Dmvpn, you will see it .4. Now let's run the routing protocol over top of it so that we can see whether our configuration is correct or not. Okay, so first let's configure it on the hub. So router EIGRP124. Okay, this is just I am taking no auto summary. Then the network is gonna be, so we took one network on our hub site, okay, which is 4444, which is in my LAN part. So 44440000 with wildcard. Okay, and then the other network that I'm gonna take is my tunnel 1. So 10.1.1.4.0.0.0.0. Okay, so this is what we do it. Now let's configure our spoke. Okay, so let me just quickly write it here. Router EIGRP124, no auto summary. Again, no the summary nowadays after 12.2, you don't need to give it, is automatically disabled for you. Okay, so once you do this, then let's take it for my spoke. So here the network is gonna be 1111 and this is gonna be 1. So you can see now your EIGRP neighbor is up over the tunnel. Okay, and then sorry. So EIGRP configuration, we need to do it for spoke 2. This is gonna be 2, 2, 2, 2, with 2. Okay, so your tunnel is up. So now let's see the routing table of hub. Show IP route. So you able to form the EIGRP neighbors, show IP EIGRP neighbors over the tunnel. Okay, but you're not learning the interfaces, means your LAN interfaces which we advertise. So what could be the reason, guys? So let's see. 1111 we advertise. Okay, so reason is we not configured it. Okay, that is the reason. So let's configure show IP interface if we not even configured over the hub as well. So interface loopback 0 IP address is gonna be 4444 255.255.255.0, no shut. Then on spoke 1 interface loopback 0 IP address is gonna be 1111 255.255.255.0, no shut. Okay, and then interface loopback 0 IP address 2222. Okay, so now if I see it on my hub, show IP route. Okay, now you can see that you are learning 1111 as well as 2222 over your Dmvpn over the EIGRP. Okay, so let me just quickly add these as well so that we not miss anything in the configuration part. So guys, do not write the configuration. We're going to provide you this notepad, okay, after the class. In case if you need, we're going to provide you the topology file as well. So 1111 here. Okay, 2222. So that's all. Okay, so now let's see it in the spoke. So show IP route. So guys, now you can see it here that you are learning 1110, which is the hub one. Okay. So 111 is its own, and this is what you are learning 444, which is the hub one, but you are not learning 2222. Can anyone tell me the reason? There is a reason behind that.
Will that be split horizon?
Yes, so what is gonna happen in EIGRPS, there is a split horizon rule. If you learn a network from a particular interface, you're not gonna send it back again on the same interface, okay, to avoid the loop. So here we don't have the loop as we don't directly connected our spokes. So now to get this network, okay, same is the case when you see it here. You will not see the 111 network, okay, because of the split horizon rule. So to avoid this thing, what you need to do is you will go to your tunnel interface. What is my tunnel interface number? 1, right? And you need to disable your split horizon. Are you able to see the screen and able to hear me, guys, correctly?
Yeah, very good.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, we can hear you.
Oscar, so that is your end problem. Kindly set
Yes, we can
your.
hear you.
Okay, great. Okay, so my tunnel interface on the hub is gonna be tunnel 1, right? So over the tunnel 1, now I need to disable the split horizon of my EIGRP. Okay, so no IP split horizon EIGRP, and our process number is 124. So once I run this command, now it's gonna resync your EIGRP, and now you will be able to see the 2222 network. Okay, so now let's do the ping 22222. So you're able to reach it. Okay, show Dmvpn, you will see only the tunnel which is your towards your hub. Show IP Nhrp is gonna show you that this is a tunnel which not gonna expire. This is your address of your hub, all that stuff. But the main interesting thing that we need to see is the trace route. Okay, so trace route, let's do the trace route to 2222, and let's do it numeric so that we not need to do DNS resolution. So guys, now see the trace route. Your trace route indicates that the traffic is first going to 10114, which is your hub. And after hub, it is going to your spoke. If you do it again, you will find the same result. Okay. So this is your phase 1. Your all traffic will go via hub. Okay. So this is what is gonna happen. So here I need to add one more command, which is no IP split horizon EIGRP 124. Anyone having any question, guys?
Yeah, in production environment, like most of the organization are using through BGP, and it's very complex. They are creating route
Nothing.
map prefixes.
So route maps are prefix are using when you when you need to do the filtering of your traffic. Okay, but again, that is not complex. This is the base. If you understand the base commands, we can run a lot of things over top of it, right? That to make it complex. So again, whether you run OSPF, BGP, what the things is gonna be same. Only the OSPF point to point is having an issue. Okay, so when you want to run the OSPF, you need to use the broadcast network type instead of point to point. So this is guys your phase 1. After this, let's quickly do the phase 2. So when we talk about phase 2, on your hub. Okay, you already have a multi-point GRE, so you don't need to change anything. Okay, it is gonna be same. Okay, but now to
So
configure
what's
your
the goal of the
spokes,
network ID command?
so network ID is just gonna identify your Nhrp session. If you are running multiple Dmvpn via your one router, then it is used to differentiate your sessions. Okay. For example, multiple tunnels you are making. So there you need to do it with different network IDs. Okay. So now phase two, what we need to change is we need to change our GRE tunnel to non-GRE. Okay. So what I do is I will put no in front of it. Then I will put interface tunnel one again. IP address is gonna be there. Source is gonna be there. Okay. Sorry.
There's no network ID for spoke 1.
Sorry. I'm not getting you guys. What you are saying?
I was saying there's no network ID for spoke 1.
No interface tunnel I have done. Where I done no network ID.
On spoke 1, there's no network ID for
You need to give network ID.
for Nhrp network ID.
Yes, you need to give. Here you don't
You
need
looked
the
up a line.
destination.
That's the
Okay.
network ID, right?
Yeah, it's there. It's there. I'm sorry. It's 2222. Okay.
Okay, so multi-point, you need to remove the destination command and make it as the GRE multi-point. Okay, network ID is there, and this mapping is needs to have this NHS is you need to have. Okay, split horizon also you need to have. Okay, that's it. EIGRP we don't need to run again. Okay, we already running it. Let me remove it from here as well. Although in the hub we don't need to do anything change. So that's for spoke. Spoke 2 is again, we need to just change one command, which is instead of destination, we will change mode to GRE multi-point. Okay, and then network ID we are having, this is we are having, this is we are having. Okay, spoke, this thing, okay, I have made, so this thing we not need it here. Again, here also I have put it in the wrong. So on not on the spoke, this is what we are going here on the hub. Okay. So I just remove the destination and I've changed it the mode to GRE multi-point. Okay. And here it is again GRE multi-point and that's it. So now let's paste the configuration and I need to do no interface tunnel here in spoke 2 as well. So spoke 1. Okay. And this is gonna be spoke 2. Okay, so your tunnel is again up. So let's try to ping. First of all, let's see. Show Dmvpn. Right now you see only one tunnel. Okay, let's generate the traffic. Okay, so first of all, I am not able to reach to 2222. Let's see why I am not able to reach to 2222. So show IP route. Okay, so I'm not learning it. Let's see what changed here. Show IP route. Okay, 2222, I am not learning. What happened? One also is not learning. Okay, so neighbors are not up. Show IP IGRP neighbor. It is showing here. Router IGRP 124. Show run section IGRP. So we are good. Let's see if we done any mistake in the configuration. So phase one EIGRP auto summary, we already doing it. Nothing related to EIGRP we touched. Okay, read limit exceeded. Okay, so what happens is, I think tunnel one show IP interface brief. My tunnel is up. This is also up. So let's do one thing. Neighbor is down. Source is good. Let me do shut or no shut here first. So neighbor is now up. Let's see on the hub side. So let's see phase one, we are putting it with the tunnel destination. So let's see if that is working so that we can see that issue is in our configuration or it is some hardware issue here. So let me put the phase one again. Okay. So phase one, it is making the EIGRP neighborship. Mapping is good. Network ID is good.
Shouldn't be 24.1.1.4.
Sorry.
Okay, it's 1.2.
Desktop server is good. This is also good. Let me see if one more command I need to put. Let me check tunnel one. IP Nhrp map multicast 124.1.1.4. Okay. So guys, we missed with one command. That's why it is creating issues. So we need to put this command as well, which is IP Nhrp map multicast traffic. So we are not mapping the multicast traffic. That's why it is creating issue. So no interface tunnel one, and let me put this command here as well in phase two. Okay, so now your EIGRP is also up for both the tunnel. Show IP route. You are learning the prefixes as well. Okay, let's now do show Dmvpn. Right now, one tunnel only. Let's do the ping to 2222. So your ping is working now. Show Dmvpn. And now you can see you will have a dynamic tunnel which is automatically created once you will have a traffic. Okay, previously you don't have this tunnel. Okay, you have only the tunnel with the hub router. But now when you send the traffic between your two spokes, you will have a dynamic tunnel which is created. Okay, which is gonna do it. But now let's do the trace route to see how the traffic is going. Okay, so I should do the numeric keyword. Now it will do the resolution as well. No worries, we are only having two hops. Okay, so now first packet is going via your hub. Now let's see again. So again you see your packet is going via hub. Let's see again. Again you see your packet is going via hub. So guys, why your packet is going via hub if you are running phase 2? Okay, so reason find is here. So let's see it. So 2220 is gonna be reachable via 10114. So why it is gonna be reachable via 114? Okay, so let's see it here. So 2222 is reachable via 10112, but on the spoke you will see it is reachable via 114. So the reason behind is EIGRP protocol. When you do the EIGRP protocol at every hop, it gonna change the next hop to itself. Okay, so your hub is changing its next hop. Okay, so to get this solved, what you need to do is on the hub router, you need to go to your interface tunnel 1 and you need to remove this thing. Okay, so no IP next hop self EIGRP 124. You need to give this command. Okay, so once you do this, so let me add that command as well. Okay, so split horizon command is also there, which we done it. So we are that is also gonna present on your hub. Okay, but this command is also needed now. Okay, so what it gonna change now? If now you check it. So now you can see now the next hop for 2222 is directly your spoke to address. So now let's do the trace route.
Should go
Okay.
directly to spoke two now, right?
Yes. So now you can see it is going directly to your spoke to. Okay. So this is what happens in phase 2. Your traffic is going directly between your spokes. Dynamic tunnels are automatically created. Okay, so now after this, let me quickly show you phase 3. Phase 3 is only having one command we need to change. First of all, I need to make it default. Okay, I want EIGRP to change the next stop. Okay, so this is what I need to do it on hub.
Next
Then I need to add, yes, so that it will change the next stop. Okay, and then I need to do one command which is IP NHRP redirect. Okay, this is the only command you need to put on hub. Okay, so that it will redirect, it will send a redirect NHRP message so that your spokes can talk to each other directly. And on the spokes, you need to give one command which is NHRP shortcut command. Okay, which is gonna make the communication directly with them. So let me paste this here and here. Okay, so what we need to do is let's paste the hub again. Okay, over the spokes. So I just need to put this command in the tunnel. show Dmvpn. Okay, let's try to do the ping 2222. You're able to get the traffic. Now you can see your direct tunnel, okay, which is creating via in phase 3. Now this T1, T2 is having some meaning. Okay, let me tell you. So let me do show IP route. So see guys, this is a percentage sign that you will get in the routing table. Okay, so this is telling that do not use the next hop which is present here. Okay, so it's not gonna use the next hop which is 10114. It's gonna directly send the traffic over your spoke. Okay, but your first packet will go via hub only. After that it's gonna do it. So trace route. So right now it is going directly because again we are already having the traffic which is going on. Okay, so tracer 2222 numeric. So directly your traffic is going and it is overriding your routing table. Okay, so this is what this percentage sign will tell you, that next hop is override. Okay, so you will find it somewhere here. Next hop override. This is the meaning of this percentage sign. Okay, so this is what you get. If you check in your other spoke, you will also see there as well. Show IP route. So here we not initiate the traffic from here. Okay, now you can see the percentage sign. Okay, so this is what gonna happen in your phase 3. Okay, so with this command, now you don't need to change the next hop via the command. Okay, so this is your phase 3. So anyone having any doubt, any question till here? So these are all the phases of Dmvpn with all the configuration that we have done. Okay, now routing protocol, you can run whatever you like. Okay guys, so that's all I need to tell you as a part of this demo. Now if you have any question related to the class or the question related to Dmvpn, you can ask me. Okay, before we wrap up for today's session. Anyone having any question?
So you say the redirect is telling the router not to use the network provided by EIGRP, right?
Yeah, so it is telling you do not use the next hop which is present in the routing table. Okay.
That's what a redirect is doing.
Yes.
Or the shortcut.
Yes. Okay guys, so there is a link in the chat below which you can ask your queries related to the fees and any other queries if you are having. If you have any doubt, you can ask me directly after the course. You will have these links, okay, which is present in the chat. Copy that or take a screenshot. Otherwise, later on when the Zoom is gonna close, it is removed. Okay guys, any other thing you want to discuss, you want to ask? Okay, course is now gonna start from the next weekend. Okay, so
So
this
when
is
are
the
you
only demo.
posting the notes for the command?
Yes, I'm gonna give this to the backend team. They're gonna give it to you in within next 12 hours. Okay, so this notepad I will give you as it is. Okay, and this topology backup also I give you. Okay.
So the course is going to be starting from next week from 9 p.m.
Yes, 9 p.m. IST. We are at GMT 5.5.
Okay, so it's
Do we
going
have
to
class
be
tomorrow?
Sorry?
We have class tomorrow.
So nothing is there on tomorrow.
So the every weekend, right? This one, this
Yes,
class.
it is gonna be every weekend. The course gonna go from 4 to 5 months.
All right. Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Saturday and
This is
So,
Sunday.
gonna be
sorry, yeah, Saturday,
yes.
Sunday, I wanted to ask, right?
What do you wanna ask?
No, I'm saying it's gonna be like when the course will be Saturday and Sunday, right?
Yes, it is gonna
So,
be only Saturday, Sunday
yeah,
from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. You
yeah.
can assume.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So that's it, guys. So thank you for joining this demo class. I hope to see you all in the course. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye-bye.
all right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Really appreciate.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.